Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the third and final video for Friday. Now, there's been no MCN today, the reason being I was travelling back from a mini vacation. I went to Bath, had a nice time. Frank as well went on a little vacation of himself. He went and had some time with my dad, and I'm probably throwing footage up of that and like him chasing the bigger tortoise, which he bullies. Who would think the little tortoise bullies the bigger tortoise? It's all very strange, but that was kind of like, it's cool. But yeah, coming back today because the Glastonbury Festival is on at the moment. There's been a lot of disruption on the road, so it's taken me a long time to get back home. Also, it was quite cool because I got to see loads of cows coming across the field and all that stuff. All the great things that we have to offer down here in the West Country, and especially where the Glastonbury Festival is taking place. There's been fun, thrills, and spills. But over the last couple of days, being in a hotel that's not had, I haven't slept much over the last couple of days because the hotel room didn't have any aircon, so it's just been hot. Like, I just haven't slept that well. And I wanted to make a video, but I've just been tired and I've been trying to just relax and not record. But, I'm back now, so I guess I can get some sleep in my bed and all those things. But let's talk about compensation, because that's one thing I really wanted to do, is talk about compensation. I think how the compensation packages broke down is that there were people that if you were Paragon or Thronebreaker, you got the same compensation package, which, look, that's kind of fair, especially considering where Paragon and Thronebreaker players were technically Thronebreaker players back at the start of, when it all kind of kicked off and everything went wrong back in July. So that's how that kind of breaks down. As Kabam say on Twitter, the packages were like this. The Cavalier got 1 6-star Hero Crystal, 25% Tier 5 class Catalyst Fragment Selector, and a generic 6-star rank up 1 to 2. Now, for most players that were Cavalier, you probably... This is good if you're close to the Thronebreaker level and want to just get your first ever rank 3 and then catapult yourself up to, that. If you're anything lower, especially when it looks to uncollected, I think you might have been a little bit disappointed with the volume, and especially as things kind of go down and down, especially Conqueror, which is a 5-star Nexus and Tier 4 class Catalyst stuff as well. So I think it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. For me, looking at this from a compensation package in general, I mean, look, this is what I got. So I got the 6-star Nexus, I got the rank 2 to 3 gem, I got the 13,500 Tier 3 Alpha, I got 17,100 Tier 6 basic fragments, the energy refills, the gold, the loyalty, blah, 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 okay? I don't know if Kabam have looked at the compensation package and kind of treated it as okay, so we gave out recently the energy or the revives and health potions, which kind of come with the package associated with the problem with the freezing, and all of the alliance-based stuff they've given out over the last year. I don't know if they've kind of considered that as being, well, we've given them that, and now we're kind of we're done with that, so they just have this. So I don't know what the layers, or not layer, but the types. It looks to be Kabam have an idea of different types of compensation packages they feel they're willing to give out for whatever situation. And this is kind of in a roundabout way, thank you for playing the game, but in all actuality, this should be more of a thank you for sticking with us while there's been bugs, and there should be stuff that's compensation wise that should be about kind of what happens when there's a bug in game? You might have to use a revive. What does this compensation package not give you? Revives. So that is where I'm kind of really at with it. I feel there's a lot of things that are missing from it. I'm happy about it, and with great glee I will try and claim this, although my glory is kind of completely kind of over the amount. But I will have to sort out my glory. But in any case, getting the Tier 6 basic and a Tier 3 alpha are two things that I'm very happy about. That's gonna be great, and limits down my grind. I did think that there would be a chance we get that Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic, and that's great. We've come in with Eternity of Pain, that, and July 4th deals. this could be a really good time for players, and could give players an opportunity to get up to, especially if you're Thronebreaker, get into Paragon. And then Command really helps you out towards that. Not extensively, let's face it, with the amount of volume that's been given, is not going to be like, super helpful, but it's going to be helpful nevertheless. And at times like this, it's important to go over like what everybody's kind of like feeling about this, especially because it's not really referred to as like compensation per se. It's kind of like the way they worded it was Karina has dug through the collector's warehouse and together helpful collection of items and tokens of appreciation for the summoners who battled in the contest. So it's not really kind of like saying sorry for what's gone on. It's not really compensation for it. It's referred to as a care package, which in another way is not like, is taken away from admitting fault, which is one of the big things from the last year, is going like, look, thank you for they obviously do to a degree say thank you for sticking with us, but it should be more a case like admitting to that particular failure. But yeah, what other people are saying, I mean, Billy D says better than the better than the Cav one. Oh wait, that was poor as well. Fix game and take mine back. Give me units and chance to grind for. I've seen a few people kind of like ask for units. I mean, Kabam would never give out units, which is the sad side of things. Especially being so close to July 4th deals, they wouldn't do it. They just wouldn't do it. MWH2 says, I don't like to complain about free stuff, but this was disappointing. Bearing in mind the amount of revives, pots, and units spent dealing with the issues, I would have expected something to recompense the frustrations. This feels more like compensation for game outages rather than input issues that have had wider impact on the game. I would hope MCOC rethink this. While I will never turn down free champs, I'll buy RNG and rank up materials. This package felt inadequate. I definitely felt like it's kind of like been a bit of a downgrade. G. Kelly says, awful package to be honest. Game's been virtually unplayable for months. Very, very underwhelming. David agrees with that one. And the Nexus was horrible. This is the other thing. Like, it's all well and good, but the RNG side of things when it comes to the Nexus is a problem. If you've got that 1 to 10 max champions to kind of like to grab, and I don't know if they do that from like a generic standpoint, like saying like, okay, well, this is a basic Nexus, isn't it? A basic crystal Nexus. It would be good if they did like a 10 champion choice Nexus, which I think they've done in times, or maybe they could do something like a 2021 champion Nexus of choice, potentially, possibly. It just would be nice to see that. Some people are happy with the rank 4 materials. I mean, I'm with PJ Vice, and I do like the rank 4 materials with it, because it's like, I just wouldn't be able to get it. As you said, loyalty points are kind of pointless, and that's the thing. Like, it could be quite pointless for certain people for different things. Whether or not you are someone who spends your loyalty in certain areas, whether or not you're saving up for the 6-star champion, the Unstoppable Colossus, that's down to that's just for you. But then it's interesting to go like from a play here, from Smoke Clone Snow Cone says it's a band-aid for Alliance Wars since they massively increased how much loyalty potions cost. It's like the $300 store popping up after the $300 government check in Futurama. Again, someone saying about no revives. Again, RNG. This is the big factor to what players we're talking about and they're feeling about it, because it's RNG. And that's a big problem. I wonder if you could get away with not putting, say, crystals in, where they'd have RNG, and maybe replacing it with something that would be of interest. Maybe there'd be like a load of those Cavalier Nexus crystals. Quite possibly, but then that could be the same problem with RNG. So maybe there's a way that they could do something with a champion choice. Look, what if, and this is like a bit far out there, but what if Kabam did for compensation? What if the first kind of thing that Kabam gave us with this care package, was the Wish Crystal? But what it included was all of, say, I don't know, from a poll that the players voted for from one specific year, so say 2021, they were able to vote for, I don't know, 5 champions to be in the Wish Crystal, and that Wish Crystal was the equivalent of saying Kitty Pryde, I don't know, Silver Centurion, Hercules, Null, and whatever, right? That's just an example. And that was the compensation package, and that was what you got. You got that as a wish crystal, and it's our first taster of this. But yeah, it's very much kind great. I think a lot of players are going, thank you for the free stuff, first of all, Kabam. But at the same time, it's missing some fundamentals. And that is just more I read with feedback, and this is a question I threw out there last week with this sort of stuff dropping, is like it's just not kicking on all cylinders. It's sort of there, but it's not. It's like It has some good things, but then for other players it's bad. But then there's some good stuff. Player picked up Kingpin in there. And someone's saying there, this is Alliance Wars rewards. It's not compensation. So I think this is very much a case of like it's towards the negative side of things on performance, but it's free stuff. So that's really the takeaway. As said, for me, I see things that are missing. For me personally, it's revives and health potions. I would have liked to have seen this compensation package. The Alliance stuff, I don't know whether or not Kabam should put out like another kind of like little top up for AQ and AW stuff and Alliance-based participation stuff. But it's definitely a case, as I read more of this, and you can go to the link in the description, it's stuff that, is missing. As places here, revives and health potions should have been included, not to mention units and battle chips. And that's the sad thing. I don't think Kabam will ever give out units. Battle chips wise, not sure. I can't remember the last time I've seen a compensation package Kabam wanted to put in battle chips, but it's still interesting to note, what players are interested in and stuff like that. But in any case, what is everyone else's thoughts on the matter of compensation? Do you feel compensated, or do you not feel compensated and feel there are missing elements to this package? Put it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all very soon. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.